All right, we should be live. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? This is gonna be a wild race, man. I mean, just expect chaos in this race. Expect a lot of crashes. It, it's gonna be wild. I already see we got a lot of stuff going on in the chat. Let me go through all those. Make sure to leave any questions you have. And just so you know, I will be going live between races for the Xfinity Series race. So after the truck race is over, probably in like 5-10 minutes, and I'll come up here and I'll be going live for that race as well. So be sure to make sure to come back probably around like 3:30, something like that. All right, Ryan says been waiting on this all morning. That's great. What's your top three drivers for today? So it depends on how we're looking at it. If you're looking at it from a DFS point of view, it's going to be like Paul Menard and stupid laptop. Paul Menard and Tanner Gray definitely are stand out to me as like the two best driver plays. But if you're just looking at drivers who can win, like it's gonna be Nemechek, Creed, and Rhodes. Like those are the top three for me from like just in real life NASCAR. Who do you guys like in the Truck Series? Gregson doesn't sound so confident of his ride today in post qualifying interview. He sounds a bit defeated already. Well, I need to go check that out because that sucks. He's usually good at road courses, so we'll have to go see. I know he didn't qualify well. I know he wrecked there, but I didn't hear his interview, so I'm going to need to go check that out. Steven said it looks like he's about to cry. That's not good. Jay Duncan feels like stacking the back is the play. I can't wait to see turn one the first time. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where most of my lineups are. So I'm playing GBPs. I have a few guys in the front, but most of my guys that I'm playing are in the back. I actually locked in 100% Paul Menard and 100% Tanner Gray today, so that's going to be fun. Hopefully those guys don't wreck, but yeah, stacking the back looks good. What's up to you, Steven? We'll just go down the list, tell you what these guys need to do to pay off their salaries, and if I like them. I mean, unfortunately today, this is a race where I expect there to be a lot of chaos, a lot of attrition, so I'm interested in a lot of guys for tournament lineups, but if you're playing cash, just stack the bag. John Hunter Nemechek, he needs to lead laps and finish high to pay off the salary. You know, we know he can do that. Same thing with Sheldon Creed. They both need to do the same thing. Ben Rhodes is only going to need a top two to pay off that salary. I think that's definitely possible. We saw him win the Daytona road course. Matt Crafton's going to need to lead laps and finish high as well. Insane day today. Trucks, Xfinity, NBA, MLB, UFC, going to lose all my money. Yeah, I mean, today it's a great day for sports, man. We got two NASCAR races. I'm hoping this truck race is in the rain because the rain races are awesome. That race at Charlotte last year in the rain was like one of my favorite races ever of all time. So I'm hoping we get that. I hope both races end up in a rain, but I think only the truck one is going to be a rain race. Then yeah, NBA playoffs start today. I'm so excited. Wearing my D Wade Heat jersey today, so we're pulling for the Heat at 2. I don't really care about MLB at all. There's some UFC fights tonight. NHL playoffs are still going on. It's awesome for sports right now, man. Anyway, Austin Hill, he's going to need a top 2 to pay off that salary. Not going to be too interested there. I don't really see him doing too well at these road courses. Paul Menard only needs a top 10. I mean, Paul Menard should be able to keep this car clean. I mean, we know he's a decent enough driver. I mean, he was always decent at road courses too in the Cup Series, and now he comes down to trucks. I like Paul Menard here. I don't think he's overpriced. I think he should run well in a good car. Hold on. Yeah, he should run well in a good truck for Thor Sports. So I definitely like Paul Menard. Kaz Grala is an interesting tournament play. If you're playing tournaments and you're trying to find someone up towards the front, I think Kaz Grala is probably the lowest owned one. Starting second, needs to lead laps and finish high. Really fast in qualifying and practice. He's a really good road racer. That's kind of just what he does. So a really good road racer. I do like Kaz Grala as a tournament play. Zane Smith starting 15th is going to need a top 6 pay off that salary. It was really fast in practice yesterday, but in qualifying wasn't as much. So I'm fine going to Zane Smith. This is a guy I like in tournaments for sure. I'm going to have a good bit to him. Ray says, hey, bro, how you been? Seems like it's been forever. Thank you so much for doing this. Yeah, man, it has been. It's been a few weeks. Last week, Dover, I came back from school, and I was just super sick, and I couldn't even talk. Like, talking hurt, so I was just like, videos weren't happening. So I'm back now, and there wasn't really anything I could do this week without qualifying for other videos, so I just was waiting for the live streams. But yeah, great to have you back. Parker Chase needs a top 3. I don't see it. He didn't do well at Daytona, and now they're racing in the rain. I know he's in the 51 truck for Kyle Busch Motorsports, but probably not going to be too interested there. Parker Kligerman needs a top 6. This is only a tournament play for me. I think Kligerman in his interview was sounding really excited about this racing in the rain thing, so we'll see what he can do. He usually runs well, but top 6 is that's a high finish for him. Starting 13th, I think it's fine, but not going to be one of my more favorite plays. Grant Enfinger and Sam Mayer I really like here. Enfinger needs a top 11, and Sam Mayer needs a top 10 to pay off their salaries. And Finger is not driving a 98. He's driving a 9 truck, but we've seen him have success in that truck all year long, so I don't see why he won't have any today. And he's done well at road courses in the past as well. Sam Mayer, we know what he can do. Really talented young driver, so I like both those two. Todd Gilliland, to pay off his salary, is going to need a top 3. He's done well, done decent enough at road courses in the past, so I'm fine with that as a tournament play only. Christian Eckes needs a top 6. I'm okay with that as well, but, I mean, him and Gilliland are just only deep tournament plays. You're playing a lot of lineups, you can get to some of them, but I wouldn't call them like the better plays by any means. I really like Stuart Friesen here. He only needs a, what was it, top 10, I think, top 9 to pay off that salary. I mean, he's a good road course driver. This is someone that should run pretty well here today. Chandler Smith's probably going to get some ownership. I don't really know how much I like him. He was really bad in practice today, or in qualifying today. I mean, he was not looking good out there in the rain. He needs a top 11 to pay off his salary. I mean, on a random week, I mean, yeah, at an oval, I'd be like wanting a lot of Chandler Smith here, but at this race where it seems like it's going to be kind of a disaster, not going to have a ton of interest in him. He's okay though. Hocevar needs a top 10. I think that's fine. He's done well he's shown speed at road course in the past, although not this year, not the Daytona road course this year, but last year in a few he ran, he looked pretty solid. Really like Johnny Sauter here, starting 27th. Obviously, he hasn't been so great this year, and he's never been known as a road course driver, but he's always like been a top 10 driver there. He needs only a top 16 to pay off, or top 15 to pay off that salary. Johnny Sauter is going to be someone I really want to have a lot of exposure to. Definitely someone I like for tournament and cash lineups. Derek Kraus, starting 19th, is going to need a top 11 to pay off his salary. He's never been a great road racer, but still, I mean, this is, again, like, honestly, with the way the rain's going, being a great road racer, all that stuff kind of just gets thrown out the window, to be honest, for the most part, because, I mean, it's going to be wrecks, and just, it's going to be a ton of attrition all the way up to the last lap, because people are just going to be sliding everywhere, and they don't throw cautions every time someone wrecks in these races. Like, if someone just spins out and they get going, there's not going to be caution, so, just because you're a great road racer, something doesn't necessarily mean anything. Bailey Curry needs top 10, fine with that. He's shown speed in that car all year long. Tyler Ankrum on the pole, not going to really be interested. He can only fall back to 4th without leading any laps. I mean, I know he looked really fast in qualifying and practice, and he's going to be going for it today. He's going to be going for it to win. He's had an awful season. He needs to win a race against the playoffs, but I just don't see it. I don't think he outdrives guys like Nemechek, Creed, so I don't really see him doing well enough to do anything there. So Tyler Ankrum on the pole, going to be a full fade for me here. Timmy Hill starting 22nd, needs a top 14. We've seen Timmy Hill run well in the past at the road courses in all 3 series, to be honest, and needing a top 14, this is the series he usually does the best in, so I'm okay with that. Cameron Lawrence starting 7th. He looked really fast in qualifying this morning, but a top 8 for him is what's needed, and I just don't trust the number 33 truck to get a top 8. I just don't, so not going to be all that interested there. Ryan Truex is good at the back, so that makes me even less interested in him. He needed a top 11 to pay off that salary. Didn't think he'd be able to do it in the first place, so not going to be all that interested there. Michelle Abbott, I don't really know anything about her. Starts 25th, needs a top 17. She's driving the 30 truck that Danny Bone usually drives. What she need, a top 17? I mean, it's possible, but not going to be someone I'm all that interested in. Chase Purdy, starting 31st. Needs a top 20. I like Chase Purdy here. He's in the GMS truck. I mean, I know he wrecked in qualifying, or he wrecked Kraus in qualifying. He's not good, but, like, he should be fine. Like I already said, Tanner Gray, he's probably my favorite play on the whole slate. Only needs a top 23. Shouldn't have any issues doing that as long as he doesn't wreck, which it's a lot to ask for. But, I mean, starting dead last is the highest floor on the entire slate, so really like him as a cash tournament, whatever play. He's going to get a ton of ownership. Everyone's going to play Tanner Gray today. I mean, he's too cheap in the first place. And then you put him starting 36. That's just going to make it even more ridiculous. Timothy Peters needs top 15. I think when you get down to these cheap guys, no one's going to look at Peters. I think Peters is interesting. He could totally get top 15. He's a really experienced driver, so that's interesting. I like Haley Deegan a lot. She was doing really well at Daytona Road Course before getting a flat tire on the last lap, or 2 laps ago earlier this year. Seems to be a pretty good road racer. Only needs a top 20 to pay off that salary, so really like going to her. Camden Murphy's driving the 11 Spencer Davis truck today. Needs a top 19. He's done well in the road course races in the past. He doesn't have as high of a floor as some of these other guys, but like he's more talented than like Tate Fogelman, who needs a top 22. Like, yeah, it's possible, but Tate's gonna wreck in this race. Like, that's a given. He wrecks. He's like the Riley Herbst in this series. He wrecks all the time. And you give him in the rain, he's definitely spinning out a few times in this race. Jack Wood needs a top 24. He's driving for GMS in a 24 truck. I really like him. Just because the equipment's so much better than everyone else down here. He's clearly a good road racer, so I like Jack Wood. Corey Roper needs a top 25. I'm fine going to that because, I mean, I usually wouldn't be too interested in Corey Roper needing a top 25 to pay off his salary, but you get this race, all the wrecks that could possibly happen. That's fine. Austin Wayne Self was pretty fast at the beginning of practice yesterday and kind of fell off. Only needs a top 23. Fine with that. And then Lawless Allen and Roger Roos, I mean, you don't have to get there. It's out. I mean, they're so cheap. You can, but like the way I want to make lineups, I don't really want a ton of these 10K guys because I don't want a lot of guys starting up towards the front. I want to play guys starting from the back. So you don't really need to get to those 4K guys. I mean, they don't have that high of a ceiling. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. A little bit of a rundown what the guys need to do. Make sure leave me some questions in the chat. I'll answer them for you guys, making some lineups today. Once again, be sure to come back later on for the Xfinity Series live stream between races. Be around like 3:30 or something like that. I think that race is like scheduled for 4:15, so let's say 3:15. I'll be going live, assuming that the truck race is over. So, yeah, go ahead, ask some questions down below. Really, really excited for this race. I think this is going to be a very, very exciting race. We should get a lot of action. The truck race. Hold on. Okay. The truck race, it's going to be a disaster. There's going to be tons of wrecks. But the rain, man, I'm telling you, these races are fun. That Xfinity Series race at Daytona Road Course last year was one of the best races I've ever seen. I don't think this one will be quite as good, especially because it's not night, but it's still going to be a good race. Leave some questions down below. I'll get them answered for you before this race happens today. So, top plays, Paul Menard, Tanner Gray. Those are the two that stand out the most to me. Really like Johnny Sauter as well. Those would be the three main guys. Like, I was making a cash lineup. Top favorite PD plays, yeah, same thing. Tanner Gray, Paul Menard, Johnny Sauter. Those are the guys I really like. I think Corey Roper could be interesting too. PD is going to be important today, man. Only 41 laps. There's not a lot of laps led and fast laps to be picked up. And fast laps, I don't know if you noticed, but in NASCAR DFS caution laps, they don't do fast lap points for that. So I think there's going to be a lot of caution laps in this race. So there may not be a lot of fast laps to go around either. Thanks, Nate. Who do you like for GPP starting in top 10 to differentiate? To differentiate starting in the top 10, I like Ekes and Gilliland, to be honest. They're cheaper. You don't have to pay a ton for them. They don't need to lead lap. I don't want to pay for the guys starting in the top 10 necessarily that need to lead the laps, except for Nemechek and Creed. Those are the two that I think will probably get up there. But yeah, I mean, guys like Gilliland, Ekes would probably be the two in the top 10 I like for differentiation. You can play Tyler Ankrum, but I don't see anything going. I was watching some of the practice runs and never seen a track like this. It's pretty cool. Can't wait to watch it. Why do they run trucks like that? I don't know if you mean like that by a road course. They do that for every series. Same thing. I don't know if you mean why do they run road courses for trucks or why do they run the race, the practice in the rain, or trucks in the rain. They actually, when they go to a road course in all three series, if it rains, they'll just put on different tires and they can run in the rain. It makes it so much more exciting. Road course races suck, man. I don't like this whole road course thing that NASCAR's doing. The only ones that are good are Watkins Glen was good and Sonoma's good. All the new ones suck. So we'll see what Cota's like. But when you add the rain aspect, it's good. I like this. So it makes it more exciting. It's a little hard to predict, but it makes it more exciting from a viewership standpoint. Yeah, if you're playing GPP today, I wouldn't just play guys from the back because that's what everybody's going to do. There's going to be one or two of the guys starting in the top 20 that's going to be optimal. It's just what happens. It's just what happens, and that's how DFS works. It's unpredictable. So, yeah, you're going to have to get different and put guys starting in the front. Road courses like all series, that's just what they do. It's how to make it different, try to get newer fans in, fans of IndyCar or Formula One. Although Formula One fans are just not coming over to NASCAR. They don't care. They'd rather see the other stuff, but it's whatever. And, there's a big conspiracy going on. They added 6 road courses for the Cup Series. They just want Chase Elliott to win a championship. I hope Chase Elliott doesn't win. Hey, Nate, thoughts on Mayer today? I like Sam Mayer. I don't think he's he's a good play. Starting 21st, needs a top 10. he should definitely give a run for that. I mean, he's a really talented driver. So like him. He's a good tournament play. I don't know if, I mean, you can go there in cash. One of my favorite. I prefer to just pay up 200 more for Enfinger in cash, but both like them both for tournaments. Any more questions? Any more questions? Not gonna lie, man. It's qualifying right before the races. It's kind of stressful. Yeah, I gotta do my work a little bit faster. And now I gotta do a lot of the Xfinity stuff during the truck race. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do. It won't take me too. I don't have that much more to do. Tourney play. Yeah, Mayor's tournament play. I like him. I have a good bit of Mayor today. I don't know how much I have. I mean, I can go check. I'm not playing a lot. I'm playing light today. I don't trust this race. I have 25% Sam Mayer. Oops, that's not the right button. Here we go. You like grams today? Grams? I don't know what grams is. Hold on, I can see if I can figure it out, but I don't know what grams is. Oh, Gralla. Oh, yeah, I like Kaz Gralla tournament play. Like, this is kind of one of those guys that maybe up front, he's going to have to lead a few laps. Not a lot, only a few, and finish up high. It's only a tournament play. And it's like a deep tournament play. Like, if you're playing a lot of laps, you don't need a ton of Kaz Gralla. Like, you just it's just something that the potential for him to pay off is not as high as some of these other guys around him, but it's there. He's a really good road course driver, so definitely an interesting tournament play, but wouldn't call him like a lock or anything. He's farther down my list for guys I'd be interested in. Gotta go. Good luck today. Yep, good luck to you as well. Hey, make sure to leave a like on this video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you're new. Hosafar or Enfinger in GPP and or cash. I mean, they're both fine for cash. I mean, I like Enfinger for cash for sure, actually. And if you want to go Hostfar in cash, that's fine. He starts, what, 17th, right? Yeah. And yeah, for tournament, both of them as well. I don't think Hostfars can get a lot of ownership, so definitely someone I'm interested in there. He's done well at road course in the past. How come some of the trucks got sent? Because the truck series, the max the field can be is 36, and 43 cars showed up, so only 36 of the 43 are allowed to make the race. I don't like that it's only 36. I think it should be like the other two series. I know the Cup's 40. I feel like Xfinity's 42. I could be wrong as well with that. Xfinity might also be 36, but I think they should all three series should have 40 trucks allowed to race. But that's why they just didn't qualify. You got to qualify in, so those trucks got sent home. I mean, it's not like any of those trucks were good. Like, it's not like any good drivers really went home, so it's not really that big of a deal. Thanks, Nate. Yes, sir. Any more questions? Any more questions? I think you got it. Yes, sir. Make sure to hit that like button. Really helps this video get out to more people. If you're new, subscribe as always. Ask me questions in here. That's what I'm here for. Because if I don't get any questions, I'm just going to leave. Go do the Xfinity stuff, but I'll answer any questions. And always follow me on Twitter, NateLane_, if you want to ask questions before that you don't get to ask on here. You can go ask me over there as well. I will answer on Twitter up till lock. So, any more questions? I hope like someone different wins. Like I hope like Kaz Gralla wins. Like I hope it's just not a truck like a normal truck guy wins this race. I hope it's someone like I hope Paul Menard or Kaz Gralla wins or Parker Chase or someone like that. Parker Kligerman, one of those guys, Mayer. Like I hope it's not like just a normal truck guy today. That'd be fun. It'd be a fun race. I like it when different guys win. I always pull for Kaz Gralla when he goes in any series. I want to see him win. I still believe he deserves a full-time ride. I don't care what series, he deserves a full-time ride. Any thoughts on Chris Pinnell's content? I love Chris Pinnell. Great content. I try to watch his videos as much as I can. I try to watch everyone's on YouTube. I don't always get to all of them, but yeah, I like Chris Pinnell a lot. Well, let me go see if there's anyone else going to the back. I know Truex is, but that's the only guy I saw that had to go to the back yet. Let me go look at Pockrass on Twitter. Because that actually is important in this race. So 41 lap race in the rain, having to go through. Like, I usually don't care that much when guys go to the back, but this is a race where that does matter a little bit. But I don't see anything. Any other questions? Any other questions? I don't think anyone else is going to the back. I think it is just Truex, so not going to be interested there. Any other questions before I head on out? If I don't get any more in a few minutes, I'm going to call it a day and head on out. Enjoy the rest of the Saturday. Go watch some NASCAR. Go do the rest of my Xfinity stuff. Go watch an NBA, and then I'll be back at like 3:15. I will go set up the stream for 3:15 after this, and we'll change it if it needs to be changed. Like, I don't know how long this race is going to be. Where do you look to find who's been sent to the back? On Twitter. Bob Pockrass on Twitter. He's like the best guy for any like information, just NASCAR. He'll pretty much tell you. Steve Penn is go. Yeah, I love Steve Penn. I can never find the info. Yeah, I mean, if you just follow Bob Pockrass on Twitter, he'll tweet it out. I mean, that's pretty much most of the stuff, like starting lineups, everything. How do you rank top 3 plays 6K and below? Oh, it's a tough one. I mean, like, they're kind of all similar plays, but I think Hailie Deegan's probably the best one, just because I think talent-wise, like what her background is it's road racing. Like, this is what she should be good at. But I think I like Jack Wood. I would probably go Deegan, Wood, Self, or Roper. Like, Deegan and Wood are the top 2 for me, and then it's either Self or Roper. Jack Wood, experienced road driver. He's in the 24 truck, good truck. He's in good equipment. Like, compared to all the other trucks down here, he's by far the best equipment. So you get the 24 truck at whatever price he is, 5,400. You got to go for that. Any other questions? Any other questions before we head on out? Noah Gragson just tweeted the angry emoji. So, I guess he's not happy with his qualifying. That's fine. He looks like a good Draftkings play. Hope people don't play him. Starting order. Kyle Busch is on the pole for the Xfinity race. Wow. Alright. That's fun. He's probably going to win. Alright. I don't get any more questions in the next minute. I'm going to go head on out. So be sure to ask me anything. If not, well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to leave a like on your way out. Have a good rest of your day. Good luck. And be sure to come back for the Xfinity Series video later on in the afternoon.